the ones for the jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run the counter. Lunsford. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Brissett. He finds Taylor, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's make these babies.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the delay, here's Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Brissett. He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 2nd down now, Lunsford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Lunsford. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the person. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. On 3rd down, Lunsford. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
To throw on 2nd down, Arnold. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
We're set on first down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They'll run. This is Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Operating from the gun, Arnold, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dawson Knox, 76 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
You crazy. You crazy, boy. You crazy.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. He goes 91 yards on the kick return. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indy. Indianapolis set to take the field. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First down, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and this is now a 1-point game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Throwing on first down. Arnold. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Lunsford. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Lunsford. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Brissett. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll throw again. Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he completes it to Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a gain of 34. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Again, it's Brissett. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On third down, Lunsford, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Arnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up the first down for them, too.
On first down, Jenkins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Go! On the ball!
They'll keep it on the ground. Lunsford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw on third down, Arnold. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Lunsford. to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Arnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, for touchdown, Indianapolis. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 50 yards, as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Funchess has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Brissett now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He lets this one fly toward the back. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a quick touchdown. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have now moved out in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 52 yards as they have taken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what...
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Lunsford. And he stopped after a game. Gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run on first down. It's Jenkins. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lunsford down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Diggs has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
60 out more.
Looking to throw. Arnold firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. They'll keep it on the ground. Lunsford. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to